Today, we're diving into a massive update from one of the world's most talked about tech giants, Huawei. After facing heavy sanctions from the United States, Huawei has been on a mission to become independent, and they're making some serious strides. In this video, we'll explore Huawei's journey to the latest Huawei P70 series and what this means for the future of technology. So let's get started. Just recently, Huawei launched the Huawei P70 series in China, marking a significant milestone in their post-sanctions era. This new series is not just another set of smartphones, it represents a new chapter in Huawei's development. And the big question everyone is asking is, how did they manage to pull this off? New teardown reports by RUU in partnership with iFix and TechSec International give us an inside look at the Huawei P70 Pro. And guess what? This phone contains more locally sourced components than any of Huawei's previous models. According to these reports, about 90% of the parts used in the P70 series are sourced locally from Chinese suppliers. That's a huge leap towards self-sufficiency. From the main chip to the screen, cases, battery, and even the cameras, almost everything is now domestically produced. Let's talk about the heart of the phone, the chipset. The P70 series is powered by the Kirin 910 chip, manufactured using SMIC's 7nm process known as the N+2. While it shares some identifiers with the Kirin 9000s, it's a newer addition to the lineup. Industry experts note that while the Kirin 910 performs slightly better than its predecessors, it's still a 7nm process chipset. This is a bit behind the current market leaders, but it's a significant step forward for Huawei, considering the circumstances. But here's the exciting part. SMIC, the company behind this chip, is expected to release 5nm technology by the end of this year. This advancement could position Huawei much closer to the forefront of smartphone technology. This shift towards local production doesn't just stop at the hardware. Huawei is also making significant strides on the software front. Huawei's Harmony OS has been a key part of their strategy to reduce dependence on foreign technologies. Now they're developing Harmony OS Next, which will completely eliminate the use of Android APK files. That's right, future Huawei phones running Harmony OS Next won't accept Android APK files at all. This move is all about creating a fully independent ecosystem, free from the limitations and dependencies of Android. This ambitious move shows Huawei's commitment to overcoming the supply chain challenges they faced, particularly those related to chipsets and other critical components. So what does all this mean for Huawei and the global tech market? For one, it means that Huawei is not just surviving, but thriving and innovating despite the sanctions. They're building a more self-reliant supply chain and developing a robust software ecosystem to match. This could lead to more competition in the tech market, potentially driving innovation and offering consumers more choices. And that's the latest update on Huawei's incredible journey towards independence. What do you think about Huawei's strides in becoming more self-reliant? Do you think they can catch up with the leading tech giants? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated with the latest in tech, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching, and as always, the story continues. See you in the next one. In just a few months' time, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will succeed the iPhone 15 Pro Max and take on the mantle as the best and most advanced iPhone out there. Although there's plenty of time until September and a lot can change, we seem to know a lot about the upcoming top iPhone model based on rumors and leaks. How is the iPhone 16 Pro Max shaping up against its predecessor? What's changing and what's staying the same? Let's see how the iPhone 16 Pro Max shapes up against the current best iPhone Apple has in its roster. First up, let's talk about design and size. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will inherit the same design language as the iPhone 15 Pro Max, employing the same titanium frame with a completely flat screen. The major difference between the iPhone 16 Pro Max and the iPhone 15 Pro Max will be size. The upcoming iPhone screen will grow to 6.9 inches across, a significant bump over the iPhone 15 Pro Max's 6.7-inch display. To achieve this, they're likely shrinking the bezels down even further and making the phone itself slightly larger overall. As per the rumors, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will measure 163mm in height and 77.58mm in width versus 159.9mm and 76.7mm for the iPhone 15 Pro Max, respectively. A small but notable change, all things considered. The iPhone 15 Pro Max debuted with an action button instead of a mute switch and a USB Type-C port at the bottom, so those two features will be carrying over to the newer model as well. However, the iPhone 16 series will be scoring another button, dubbed the Capture button. Colors-wise, the iPhone 15 Pro Max was available in 4 understated and titanium-inspired colors. We've heard that Apple might use another titanium processing technique that will make the iPhone 16 Pro Max glossier and also more capable of retaining colors. Moving on to display differences. As mentioned, the iPhone 16 Pro Max will come along with a significantly larger display, measuring at 6.9 inches across. Aside from the size, we don't clearly expect any other major changes. We're certainly getting a liquid Retina XDR display with an OLED panel delivering superb colors, contrast, and exceptional maximum brightness. The screen will support 120Hz ProMotion refresh rate, making scrolling through the interface and on-screen content way smoother. Now let's delve into performance and software. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will feature a second-generation 3nm chip, possibly dubbed Apple A18 Pro. As one can imagine, we expect that the Apple A18 Pro will have better performance than the Apple A17 Pro. Due to the heavily rumored focus on AI for both iOS and the iPhone 16 range, we expect that the iPhone 16 Pro Max will come with a much improved neural engine to take care of all the generative AI features. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will also be a first to debut iOS 18 with a focus on artificial intelligence features. The new iPhone 16 Pro Max will also support faster Wi-Fi 7 and a more power-efficient 5G modem, keeping you future-proofed on the connectivity front. Let's talk about the camera. As the iPhone 15 Pro Max delivers a host of important camera features, chief among which is the new 120mm telephoto lens, the iPhone 16 Pro Max could finally address one of the forgotten cameras that hasn't recently scored any significant overhauls, the ultra-wide. Analyst Ming-Chi Kuo believes that Apple will be introducing a 48-megapixel ultra-wide camera on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. When it comes to audio quality, iPhone Pro Max devices are always up there with the best, setting the benchmarks for all other manufacturers to measure up against. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will be no exception. The same generally applies to haptics too. iPhones are arguably the best devices when it comes to haptic feedback, giving us precise and accurate vibrations that are sufficiently strong yet not overpowering. Lastly, battery life and charging. The iPhone 16 Pro Max will reportedly feature a much larger 4,676 mAh battery compared to the 4,422 mAh battery in the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Charging-wise, we haven't heard anything about a potential charging speed increase, but we hope to see one on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So far, the iPhone 16 Pro Max is shaping up to be a logical improvement to the iPhone 15 Pro Max, delivering key upgrades in important areas like screen size, performance, AI, and battery life. Thus far, we haven't heard anything particular about a potential price increase, so it's safe to assume that the iPhone 16 Pro Max will start at $1,199 for the 256GB version. Of course, if there's an iPhone 15 Pro Max in your pocket, then you'll probably have few reasons to upgrade to the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Stay tuned for more updates on the iPhone 16 Pro Max as we get closer to its release date. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for the latest tech news and reviews. Thanks for watching. Until next time, peace.